What is up? Welcome to Heavyweight Havoc number 5. Number 6. Yoshi, how we doing today, buddy?
Not too bad. Another day in paradise, my friend.
We have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we had 3 events this week.
Hell, we literally could do a whole episode about Elimination Chamber itself last night. But we got to cover Raw and SmackDown.
Yes, sir.
A lot of shit has gone on this week, and oh my goodness, there were some mind-blowing things that happened last night. When we get to it, I don't know. We're officially, that was the last pay-per-view before Elimination Chamber, or before WrestleMania. So things are really, really put in place now.
Yep, we got a couple more bigger events coming around before WrestleMania, but besides that, yeah, that was the last pay-per-view event.
Yep. Yoshi, how was your week?
We had nice weather this week, all week here in Nebraska. We had that snow the week before, so everything's kind of melting. The ground's wet, so it just kind of makes it hard to do stuff, though. But hopefully this coming week, we can do a little more outside now with the temps being nicer and the ground being drier.
Fixing main water lines, right?
Yeah, we got that done. That was a fun time. That was a fun part of the week.
Yeah. Some people don't know how to measure concrete, huh?
Apparently not.
Who delivered the mud?
Wes Hodson out of Plainview.
Surprised it wasn't Norfolk. They usually go.
They were closer. Or by a little bit they were.
Yeah, just a little bit. Because I would get sent up there when I worked there. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Monday Night Raw. I'm gonna be honest with you straight up. For Raw and for SmackDown, I thought the crowds were terrible.
The week itself, Monday night and Friday night, there wasn't a lot of big events going on. There wasn't like big matches. I think because Elimination Chamber being on Saturday.
Yeah.
It was just more like wrapping up stuff and kind of getting more of the hype for this weekend or that last weekend.
Well, it just seemed like when I was watching the videos, like the recapping, because I didn't get a chance to watch it live, and I didn't get a chance to watch anything live, so I had to catch up. It just seemed like the crowd wasn't into it. Like, it's getting close to WrestleMania. It's Elimination Chambers is, last night, and it just seemed like big moves are happening, just like, on SmackDown with the big tag team match, the sprawl. That just seemed, they're just like,
Yeah, it's like I said. I think the crowds weren't there because I think everyone's anticipation for Saturday.
Yep.
And that's my thought process at least.
So yeah, Monday night's card was a pretty good one. I personally think it was pretty good. You had the tag team match with the women's championship on the line, and then Intercontinental Championship, which was the women's on the line. That was a good match. LWO versus the New Day, and then there was a triple threat with Penta, Kaiser, and Pete Dunne, which was a shocker out of that one. Who won that one? And then we also saw appearances from Rhea, Seth, CM Punk, Logan Paul, Gunther, and more. But they started the night out with Logan Paul talking to CM Punk, and I think Punk did good, but once again, I think Logan Paul is good at the mic, but it's just the way he talks. The way he talks is kind of cringy, to be honest with you.
I mean, the crowds hate him, but it's bad publicity is still good publicity.
I mean, people have hated him even before he was in WWE.
Well, exactly.
He had what he built up already as itself.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I mean, he definitely plays like the very arrogant, like I'm the best and I've done it in a short period of time. He does it good. I know I said it before. I don't like Logan Paul. He's a good athlete. Don't get me wrong. He's physically fit, good shape. But we're still, he's full time now. We still haven't seen a lot of him. Yeah, he makes his mic appearances though, but that's about it. I mean, what he had since he came back to Raw, or since he got signed on to Raw, the only person he's faced so far has been Rey Mysterio.
Yep.
So where's this full time wrestler at? I've only seen one thing, and then you're on a pay per view event.
Yeah. And I think it was in Ohio, right?
Yes, I think so.
It's kind of funny to hear them chant "You suck." Um, it was kind of funny. I like how CM Punk called it how it was. He said, you know, with the YouTube thing, just not YouTube, but how he in this business he's nothing, but in the other side of his business he's something, right?
Yep.
But here he is nothing. He's right. To me, it's like Punk in the nice way saying like, "Hey, you just got handed this because you signed a contract and yada yada yada."
Yeah, you haven't put the time in yet. Like, you know,
You can't lace up his boots.
Yeah, I'm legendary. You're nobody. You haven't gotten to my status. So don't act like you're better than me or you're at my level.
Yeah, and I thought it was funny when he said that they're legends and history makers, and Logan's just a flash in the pan.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's not wrong.
I will say this though, I would give that a B.
Yeah, I feel like CM Punk has a lot. At least for CM Punk, he's had a lot better interactions with wrestlers on the mic.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not a huge fan of Logan Paul, but yeah, I'll agree with you on that. I'll give it a B.
Yeah. Anyway, we got our first match tonight. It's Penta versus Pete Dunne and Kaiser. Kaiser coming out a sneaky way to get the W in this one. I thought this match, I'm gonna be flat honest, an A, a solid A.
I think anything with Penta in it has been really good. Ever since he made his debut, I've loved him. I think he's been great. I haven't watched, me personally, I haven't watched a whole lot of Luchador, Underground Luchador. So when Penta first came to Monday Night Raw, that was a first for me. But since he's been on Raw, every match that he has been awesome, and I've loved it.
Yeah.
And I like this little like goofy feud we have with Ludwig, with Pete Dunne, and Penta.
Yeah.
You know, it's a goofier little like rivalry going on, but I mean, I like it. I'll take it.
It almost seems like they're kind of like, I know they got something going on with the Intercontinental Championship right now with Braun Breaker, but one of these guys will eventually be in that picture after WrestleMania or at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
I think.
No, for sure.
Personally, I'm hoping for Kaiser. I know you don't like Kaiser, but I think out of the match though, I think everybody did well. I think it was just good chemistry between all three. Even Pete Dunne, coming from off of his old name Butch, I think he's been doing pretty well. He's finally getting a chance to show himself under Triple H too, like what he was in NXT at one point.
Yeah, he's had a lot more backstage interactions with wrestlers and kind of trying to build that storyline for himself and with other people. But no, I think he's getting the good publicity he needs. He's getting the camera time he needs. Same thing with Ludwig, he's getting. We see him backstage. We see him in the ring. We've seen him make special appearances at matches, just hanging around the ring or interfering with the ring. But no, it was a solid match, and I'm gonna give it probably an A. I think a solid A that was pretty good performance.
Yep. I agree, has that as well. And then we get into Jackie Redmond has an interview in the crowd with Rhea Ripley, and then, what's her face come in? I can't think of her name for some odd reason. They were talking about how Elimination Chamber, who's going to come out as winner, and EO comes out of nowhere and says, "I see you next week." Whatever she said, because I think now
was it interaction with Bianca and Naomi with Rhea?
No, Jackie Redmond.
Jackie and Rhea.
They're up in the crowd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the Neo Sky came up, and that was it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Oh, how that you couldn't remember who the other person was?
No, that's why I said Io Sky. I was like, wait.
Okay.
So I give that a B. I think that was pretty good. But that when I go back to the crowd energy, you could tell in that crowd energy, there's nothing there.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about there was a lot of hype between like the conversation.
Yeah, like you would see back in the day, and you know.
I mean, we still see it though. I mean, hell, when they've been doing like CM Punk and Seth Rollins, man, the crowd goes nuts.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, like I said, we also haven't seen a whole lot of like uh interaction with Rhea like in the crowds either, though.
Yeah.
So it was something new probably for her too as well.
Yeah, little side note, I actually am enjoying those kind of interviews. They've been doing that more, and I've been enjoying it. And I think when we first started this podcast and CM Punk did his rant about Hulk Hogan, I think that what has made it better, because that's what probably kept it going. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, there's a big reaction, so we're gonna go ahead and do this. There's a big pop, let's keep doing it. Anyway, we go into the next match. I thought this match was decent. Is LWO versus New Day. I think this is the best I've seen LWO in a while.
Well, even like New Day too. I feel like New Day performed very well at this tag team match.
Yes. There's one thing I
Um,
do will say about them trying to be heels. They shouldn't be wearing the bright colors still.
but it's not their typical bright colors though. They're more it's the bright with the dark.
Right.
You know, they
Okay.
were real big on like the yellow and purple and the yellow and green,
Yeah, the
stuff like
teal
that.
or
But
blue or
yeah, and now they've more transitioned over to like the darker accents of colors now.
yeah.
And they've they changed their entrance, their back screens, and all that stuff. That's all different now to represent their heel side.
So a couple things I'm gonna say though about this match. I'm gonna give this a C plus. I think it was a great match. I think Del Toro and Cruz looks like they're in the best shape of their career right now. It's probably the best I've seen them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. I mean, New Day, the Poo Day, they're seem like they're doing better at being heels now. I think the crowd's getting behind them, like I said last week. But you got to think too, LWO right now, the baby faces and stuff. So I think they're trying to learn how to do that a little bit more. It was just a mid card match,
Yeah,
or filler, whatever.
yeah, filler.
Veterans helping out the young people, yada yada yada, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go into a Judgment Day clubhouse after that, right? I think, or was that a little bit on before or after?
I think it was right then and there. I think we went to because we had the New Day interaction, and then we went to Gunther and Aizawa.
Yep. So Judgment Day, it seems like things are there's kind of a power shift in there a little bit, or something's gonna. I think something's changing. Something's coming. I was watching it, and I think something's either gonna add a new member or they're gonna kick Finn out.
And see, so little side part. I actually fell asleep before the Liv and Morgan match at the end of the night. I fell
Yep.
asleep. But I looked on social media and they kind of did a little bit of an Easter egg. And I had to ask my wife about this. My wife's a little more, she's a little more past wrestling than present. She knows a lot more about the past, but she does keep up on the present.
So like me.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Because she's been watching it and I kind of started back into it about a year or two ago. But there was an Easter egg in the Judgment Day locker room on a screen, and apparently it was Finn Balor's old demon Finn photo. Was in it was a top left in the back screen, and it was his logo for when he used to be Demon Finn or Demon Balor, whatever it was called again.
Yeah, and one thing I noticed too, he had a shirt on that said 10 years of his logo, which is the FB. So I mean, you could take that as the Easter egg you want, but I think that's a little something.
I think the wife even said too, she's like, I think both of us hope to see the demon Finn Balor come back.
I do want to say though, I think it was strategically placed. I don't think I don't. If history is in any indication, this is not a coincidence.
No.
But
No, I think there's
I give the interaction a B plus.
yeah. Just a little insight, just kind of keeping us all informed of like what's going on. Judgment Day's still rocky and stuff like that.
Personally, I think they should add another member. But maybe what if they kick out Finn and then add another member? Like that kind of thing.
But then when JD comes back, how's he gonna feel? That was a thing.
Yes, I think he would stick with Judgment Day.
Be the new tag team with Dominic.
Yeah. Now we are on to Tozawa versus Gunther. Now I do want to point out one thing. I know this is a squash match, but I never realized how far these guys have came till the other day. Gunther and Tozawa were very big, fat men, big meaty men.
Yeah. They were hefty guys.
And now look at them, ripped, and one's a champion. One's putting over people easily. I think it was kind of cool seeing a picture of that the other day. If I find it, I'll have to put it onto the screen.
Well, I've seen some of Gunther's NXT videos of
he was when he a little bit of a chunky monkey.
Yeah, I think he used to be in like the 300s.
Yes,
300 pounds. And even with this match with Tozawa, you can definitely tell that he's slimmed down even further from when we seen him last fight Jey Uso.
Well, I'll just say this too. Otis looks like he's lost weight a lot lately.
Otis is just a big, strong man who's not very tall.
Big, meaty man.
He's a big, meaty, short man.
But I would love to see Gunther versus Otis.
Yeah, I think that there's potential there. I think there is because Gunther hates all the social media crap, and their group is really big on it. I mean, they're doing the TikTok dances when Gunther walked by, and that's why he was like, "What the hell?" But I think that's more for. I mean, yeah, it could probably be something leading up to WrestleMania, but you might see more of it after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Otis might come up like, "Hey, that wasn't cool what you did with Tozawa. Like, you're up against me now." So there's potential there. But yeah, that was just a match where Tozawa just got his fucking ass handed to him. Gunther just toyed with him. Did the best to put up a fight. Gunther still wanted to beat him down, even though the match was over with, to make a point. But like I said, it was more of a filler match, more of something a little goofier. So I'd probably give that like a C plus.
We're gonna keep talking. I'm gonna fix my camera here, but the next one will be Lyra versus Dakota
for the Intercontinental title.
Yes, I thought that was a pretty good, decent one. I think
Lyra's to me, she's been a very respectful Intercontinental Championship belt holder.
Yes.
She shows a lot of respect towards all of her opponents. She always has good sportsmanship, it seems like. She doesn't do anything dirty, nothing bad. I think she's been a really good title holder. Very respectable, very loyal. Prestigious, there you go. Thank you.
She's showing how to be a prestigious champion, basically.
Exactly. Someone has class.
What was I gonna say about this one?
I'm still not a fan of Dakota Kai.
I give it a B.
Yep.
You also got to remember too, Lyra is also 2-0 against Dakota, and but winning 3 in a row is kind of difficult,
Yeah, definitely a shot to the ego.
But when she did the back suplex off the top rope, I got kind of concerned because it looked like it kind of hurt.
Yeah, we had some matches last week, like when it was the Damian Priest, Strowman, uh, Batu. Is that it? Was just a triple threat? I can't remember now. But anyways, there was like a double slam off the corner where someone's gonna go up top ropes, do a slam. Another guy's hanging down, goes up, grabs him, brings him down, slams him. Well, you could definitely tell when Damian Priest was at the top of that, and he was the one that got slammed the furthest.
Mm-hmm.
And you could definitely tell that Damian Priest was hurting from that slam. Like it just hit just right where he definitely felt that a lot more than usual.
Yeah.
But I feel like we've been seeing a lot of those too, where we've seen a lot of top rope slams that they look good, but it seems that the other person receiving the slam kind of lands a little bit wrong. And you could definitely tell that it hurt a lot more than usual.
Yep. Again, like I said, I'm still going to talk. I'm just fixing my camera. The champion did show aggression too, as well. And I was kind of surprised, they kind of got "This is awesome" chant. I thought that was good.
Mm-hmm.
Again, a solid B.
Yep.
And then moving on to Bron Breakker versus Dom.
This outcome of this match was already determined once they announced the two contestants.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was no way in hell that Dominic was going to beat Bron Breakker, the current holder of the Intercontinental Championship for the men's. Just no way in hell. I mean, Dominic's is built the same way as Kai, or not Kai, but IShowSpeed. And Braun, I mean, granted, I know IShowSpeed's not a wrestler though, but Braun still swept the floor with both of those guys. And if it wasn't for Finn or Carlito there helping Dominic out, Braun probably would have done a lot more Dominic, and obviously he would have been the definitive winner.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that interaction with Dom, Finn, and Carlito, if that was trying to build up something too, because you see that, Finn took more of an action to go out and grab a chair and try to go for Braun again. And then when Braun turned around on him, they both were staring to each other face to face with devilish looks on their face. Yeah. So like I said, I don't know if that's the build up too for Finn. But it's always fun seeing Dominic get his ass kicked.
I personally would like to see that title on Dom. I think Dom has really proved people wrong a lot over the last few years. And I think him joining the Judgment Day as a whole, I think that has really improved his career, and it's probably the best thing he's done.
Yeah, I definitely say it was a good path. It was better for him to do that than like follow his dad into the LWO.
But anyway, we go down to Cody Rhodes' response to The Rock.
Yeah, it was with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins kind of came out and tried to make it a point to tell Cody that, hey, like, don't do this. Don't take The Rock's offer.
I'm just gonna point out his Seth Rollins looked like an oven mitt. He looked like a straight up oven mitt. Like you would see it at your grandma's house or something.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was funny. Anyway, I kind of like where this is going, and like I said, it's gonna lead up to Elimination Chamber that happened last night, and we get to it. I don't know how to explain this. So Seth Rollins comes out, kind of sound like, dude, we did this a year ago, like standing in the exact same ring, going in versing The Rock last year, Roman Reigns, the Bloodline, whole 9 yards. they're just basically doing the whole back and forth like what like Kevin did with Cody.
Mm-hmm.
Like why you know? Um, I give it a solid A. I think it was good promos from between both of them.
Yeah, like I said, I said this last week too, and I just don't like. I feel like The Rock is betraying himself in a bad way. And I know he's always been. He's like, Brock's the heel. He's the final boss. I get that, but I just feel like there was when you bring a lot more of the industry and like the behind the scenes of the industry into the ring. Me personally, I feel like that's where I get more lost at. Like, don't bring company business in a sense into the ring. Like, just have your ring business. And I feel like him talking about his side of things with the company, with his money, how he's, major shareholder, he's at the table, he's head of the table,
Yep.
and all this stuff like that. I just feel like it doesn't portray The Rock in a very good light as like a heel does.
To me, I feel like he's trying to go with the corporate heel.
And see, and like I said, I don't know a whole lot about corporate heels.
I mean that's what he did back in the '90s. He did that with Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon flying his money around, him and Rock, and then him going against Stone Cold and everything. That's what they did.
Yeah, I feel like we're past that era now, though, with Vince being gone.
Right.
We shouldn't bring that back into what wrestling is now.
He's trying to. I think he got to think about it too. He's trying to play the role of the devil. That's how I see it.
And I get that portion of it. I do.
I don't know. I'm curious how this play out. I really am. Because when everyone heard at first, originally everyone heard The Rock wants your soul. Like everyone's like, "What the hell is he? What?" Now
Yeah, exactly.
after last night, okay, they put a plot twist. Little spoiler. It kind of makes sense on my end. I know you and I disagree on it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna move on to the main event. Women's tag team match: Bianca Belair and Naomi versus Liv Morgan and Raquel. Two things.
I'm happy to see that they have the belts back. They have belts again.
I do too, but I did not like the finish.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I fell asleep during this event, so I didn't get to see this one. But if it was like in a sense like a sneaky pinfall,
Yep.
that's more of like the Judgment Day's kind of like MO.
Yeah, but where she Raquel hit or took her head and hit the top of the ring post, and I think I at least would have thought they would have did a 2 on that, and then got up and then do some reversal moves, and then Liv hits the code breaker on her or Oblivion, and then wins. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Nope, not at all. Not the case on that one, dog. But no, I give that match a solid A.
Yeah,
I thought it was good.
And I'm like I said, I'm happy to see that Liv has a belt again. I think she deserves one. I mean, obviously she doesn't need a hold. We're done with the story of like Rhea and Liv.
Mm-hmm.
That's in the past now. This is like Liv and Raquel's like new storyline now is them being women's tag team champs.
And again, back to the Judgment Day, I think they're going to start focusing more on what to do with the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Overall grade of the night, though, I give it a A-.
Yeah. I'd say it wasn't too bad. Like I said, there wasn't a whole lot of big events going on with Elimination Chamber being that Saturday.
Yep. Now we move on to SmackDown.
Friday night, baby.
Only if you did NXT.
Yeah, I gotta start trying to get more in depth with that.
Yeah, it's all right. Was SmackDown was in Toronto, right? Yeah, had to be. Had to be. That'd be dumb. It wasn't. Oh boy. Let me get my notes. Notes.
Well, to start the night off, it was kind of like an impromptu match with Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah,
Uh,
that okay. I'm gonna lie. I wasn't a fan of that match.
I mean, it's it's not a bad matchup having like Chelsea Green go against Tiffany
I think it
Stratton.
was a great matchup. It's just the way that it got interfered, and it looked sloppy
Mm-hmm.
between Candice LeRae and Nia. They made it look sloppy.
And I mean, we're both not fans of Nia or fucking Candace, so
I think she's meh. I
mm.
think Candice is meh. She's not. It's like saying sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just don't like her moveset. I just don't feel like she has a lot to offer. I know she's just at this point she's just Nia's lapdog.
Um. So some notes I do have here is that when Tiffany did her swanton from the top rope to the floor, it almost ended very badly. And the bump that Green took from the spine buster, that did not look fun. But you know what? Shout out to Piper Naven. She's been killing it with the outfits.
Yeah, she's definitely been oh,
Playing her
like
part, her
representing
character.
yeah, playing the part of like Chelsea Green security guard and then her also dressing up in accordance with where they're at.
The Mountie.
Yep.
But that match also ended in a no contest with the interference. So I'm going to give it a C.
Yeah.
Next match, Andrade versus Fatu. I think it was a good match for Andrade because I mean we haven't seen him really much. I wish he was on TV more. It's just the only thing that he has a downfall on him is the way he talks.
Yeah. And I mean, we've been seeing a lot of like Andrade backstage.
Yep.
But it's been a lot of interactions with like the Miz.
Yep.
So, but yeah, we haven't seen a lot of them in the ring. So it's good to see him back in. But this match was for the number one contender for the triple threat match to see who goes against
Shinsuke
Nakamura for the United States Championship.
We also did see Solo giving a spot to Fatu also.
Yeah, they're still trying to mend whatever it is that's been broken with
I could see them versing each other at WrestleMania.
And like we said before, I would like to see Fatu and Tamatanga start their own bloodline and
yes,
leave Solo to his own devices.
Yep, I give that match a B. I think R-Truth being go to his dressing room too. I think this is when it happened as well. I thought that was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
You want some shrimp?
You can never dislike R-Truth when he's on TV.
Oh, dude, last night. Oh man. Oh, on Twitter it was hilarious. The Hurricanrana that Andrade did looked really nice from the top rope, and then the reverse Rana also looked great.
Mm-hmm.
And Fatu sold it like a champ.
Oh yeah.
But again, Fatu won that one, so he's gonna be taking on Shinsuke Nakamura. So no. What? I thought it was a contenders match.
It's a number one contender for the triple threat match.
Oh. All right.
So we had three matches. So this was kind of weird. So Friday night we had three matches. We had Fatu with Andrade. We had LA Knight against Santos Escobar.
Yep.
And then we had Braun Strowman against Carmelo Hayes. And those were all for chances to get into a triple threat match for number one contender to go against Shinsuke. So we had those each of those guys had an individual match. And then at the end, closer to the end of the night, they actually had their triple threat match that night also.
Yeah.
So I mean, a lot of these wrestlers had to wrestle twice, and I mean, we don't really see that a whole lot though. Where we see in one night, we have to have they'll have one match and they'll have another match that night also.
I was gonna text you when I was looking at like, the card and everything. I was like, is this a fucking typo? Did they have 2 matches?
Yeah, they had 2 matches. Dude, that's just crazy.
So anyway, after that they had Elimination Chamber hype. They had Montez Ford. There was a tag team match that's scheduled. Ford, Dawkins, DIY, Las Garzas, Pretty Deadly, all came out. More Machine Guns joining the fight. I thought it was pretty good. I liked it. But again, crowd sucked, so it didn't seem exciting.
Mm-hmm. But following that, we had our hype with the hype for Elimination Chamber, where we had more of all the contenders, Drew McIntyre, Damian, Seth, CM Punk, Logan. They were all kind of jumped on the mic to give their hype and their promos for Elimination Chamber.
Yep, and so there was during the radio package, Drew McIntyre interrupted so he could rant about it. Drew crying tire. Damian Priest also came out, told McIntyre that he'd get over it. Seth Rollins joined him, trash talk and whatever. CM Punk, then Logan Paul used John's entrance. So yeah, that was kind of a interesting one. And then anyway, we go back down to Louisiana Knight versus Santos Escobar. I give it a B. McIntyre, sorry, in the wrong note.
LA Knight and Santos.
Yeah, so the way that they Knight sold being sent into the steel steps looked fantastic. It looked like he hit his face right on the edge.
Mm-hmm.
Santos is still pretty good. I wish he would kind of get more of a chance, like as a mid-carder. I noticed that they don't have him wearing his Del Phantasmo stuff as well as the Las Garzas anymore. So I think whenever they released Lopez, I think that's when they nicked that tag team or faction.
Mm-hmm.
Not really much else to say about that match. I don't know what you have to say about it.
No, but it was mainly it was the win for LA Knight.
Yep.
I'm also a fan of LA Knight. I think he's one of those guys who can really get the crowd going and get the crowd interacting with him.
Yep. Next match, we got Carmelo Hayes versus Braun Strowman. I did not mind it. Solo and Tonga, try to come out, cause distractions, which did not work in Braun's favor at all either way. They paid Carmelo Hayes did pay a little homage to the late great Eddie Guerrero with the win. The fake in the chair shot.
Mm-hmm.
I give that match about a C+ to B-.
Yeah, I feel like Carmelo lately he's been getting a lot of screen time, but his matches don't last very long. The thing. He's more the mid card to like the lower card. He gets quick matches. I know that's more like his MO too, with him being a little bit scuzzier and just kind of a talker. My boy Braun though, I love to see him. Love seeing more of him on the camera. But I just feel like he's just not getting the spotlight he deserves too. With him being a big, meaty man.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like he just always seemed to get he just always seemed to be the person to take all the bumps and get his ass beat because he's just so fucking big.
Right.
And I want to see him more being like the apex predator of the ring.
Right.
Than just taking bumps all the time.
Yep. So anyway, moving on, we got Morgan Rodriguez and Perez versus Belair, Bayley and Naomi. It looks like another filler match, mid card match. I'll tell you what though, I do like Perez. I think she, for her being young, I think she does pretty well for being small and everything. And
I mean, she's younger than us.
um, I think she's gonna have a little feud when she gets called up with Alexa Bliss. It's
I
kind of
mean,
seems like what it's
I
leaning towards too.
I wouldn't say a feud though, but I think I don't know if it's a feud or if it was just more. I mean, yeah, okay, we'll say it's a feud because Roxanne got the pinfall.
Uh,
Um, and in her celebration, Alexa Bliss came out and gave her the Sister Abigail, and kind of making a statement that like, hey, like I got your number, but hey, I'll see you Elimination Chamber.
mm-hmm.
So I feel like there is. I mean, granted, like you what? Because Roxanne Perez has beef with Bailey also, but now it seems that Alexa Bliss has beef with Roxanne. So now we have three women who seem to have beef with each other or have beef with somebody in this three way.
Yeah.
So I mean, I could possibly see maybe a triple threat match coming up between those three girls with Bailey, Roxanne, and Alexa.
I can see it. Wade Barrett did work hard to plant seeds that Morgan and Rodriguez were not the ones that took out Jade.
Yeah, I mean, just because they're on camera doesn't mean they did it.
Yeah.
And I've been saying this too. It's like I don't think it was them. I think they just happened to be at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
So
moving on, I give that a C.
Yep, I'll agree with you on that.
Hayes versus Knight versus Fat 2. You see Solo is giving Fat 2 a quick prep talk and, before he walked to the ring for the main event. Hayes was probably the freshest competitor due to his match being the quickest. But all three men looked like they lasted, had no lasting effects from the earlier bouts. So, the way, WWE presented Shinsuke during this run has been all right. The Vigilantes have been great.
For Shinsuke.
Yes.
See, I just feel like, for me, I don't feel like Shinsuke really hasn't been representing the United States Championship belt very well.
Right.
Because we see him every once in a while, When LA Knight held it, we saw him all the time, it seemed like. Like every week it seemed like we've seen LA Knight.
Right.
With Shinsuke, we don't really see a whole lot of him. Ever. And I feel like if you're gonna hold a belt like that, you need to be more present. You need to have the camera time. You need to have, the mic time, which I know Shinsuke just kind of like Io, his English is not the greatest, but still, like, you can still come out and talk. I know he did the talk about he thought no one was worthy enough to face him, but then here you have 6 men competing to try to come against you, and so I don't know. I just feel like he hasn't been representing it very well.
Jacob Fatu fell while trying to catch Hayes in a crossbody. So it was kind of awkward, but Knight made everyone forget about it with a springboard crossbody to the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think it was a good match. I give it a B.
Yeah, I'll agree with you. I'm happy to see LA Knight being the number one contender to go against Shinsuke. Like I said, I feel like LA Knight did a great job of holding the belt, defending the belt, doing his promos. If I had to make a prediction, I feel like LA Knight will get the belt back.
Yeah.
And then I feel like Logan Paul is going to take another run at LA Knight for
I can see
the
that,
belt.
Yeah.
Which I don't know, because Logan Paul states that he's gonna try to go for the heavyweight championship, the undisputed championship belt now. But I feel like with him, it's gonna be a better opportunity to go for the United States Championship belt again. against LA Knight and build that rivalry back up again.
And then this week's show, ended with Michael Cole interviewing Rhodes about what he'll do with The Rock's offer. But The Rock also had a custom truck delivered to him as a gift.
Getting ready. Or Raptor.
Yeah, and getting ready to take off to go to Toronto. I think for the whole show itself, I give it a B.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that one too.
So that's both Monday night and Friday night. And now the big one is the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, the main event one we've been waiting to talk about.
Yeah.
This pay-per-view was awesome and full of so many twists and turns.
Fuck, dude. I wish I would have watched it live, but I had other things going on.
Dude, it was so good. I really liked it. I mean, just, we start the night off with the women's elimination chamber. And, we got Alexa Bliss, we got Bayley, we got Bianca, we got Roxanne, and then the two girls to start the night off were going to be Liv and Naomi. But before they closed the cage up, the elimination chamber up, Jade Cargill has finally made her appearance. And she is back. And everyone there thought that she was coming back for revenge, to take revenge on Liv and Raquel. Well, Liv being the one in the chamber.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, she turns all her attention to Naomi and beats the shit out of her.
Right.
Before the bell even rang.
Just yeah, we'll get to that match when we do.
Oh, that match where that's it. That's the first event. That's the first event of the elimination chamber.
I didn't know. Fuck.
Oh man, dude! Literally, how the match started was Jade beat the shit out of Naomi. Naomi tried to escape. Jade closes the gate on Naomi's head and then walks out, and they have to take Naomi out on a stretcher.
She looked buff as shit. Looked like she put more muscle on.
I told the wife, I was like, she looks good as hell and fit as hell. Like her time off recovering, her recovery was needed. But yeah, Naomi had no chance. Couldn't even start the night off the chamber. So it's just Liv, just speechless, waiting for the next person to come out.
I do think that Liv did a good job at putting like she had fear of her life,
Mm-hmm.
I think Liv carried that match. I think she did a lot in that match, and she did fucking well.
I think she's been the runner-up now in the Elimination Chamber 6 times. I think I saw the statistics were.
Yeah.
But
I do think that Alexa Bliss though too also got fucked in that one. I thought she was the fan favorite to win.
See, and it was such a hodgepodge of women for this elimination chamber that a lot of people thought the favorite was going to be Alexa Bliss or Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
Right? But, after the whole Naomi thing and Liv not having a first match really, it was Bianca Belair, and they had a great bout against each other.
Yep.
And I mean, fucking Bianca whipped the shit out of Liv Morgan with her ponytail and left. Dude, she left a big old red mark across Liv's side of her stomach for where she got hit at. And it was so damn loud. Oh, man. The women's elimination chamber was awesome.
I give it an A plus.
Yeah, I give it an A too. But I said this once, I'll say this again. Liv she's a great women's wrestler. And I feel like she takes so many bumps. And she just gets so bruised, battered, and cut up that she deserves to be where she's at in this industry.
Did
She's
you see the botch a little bit where the ref wasn't paying attention at the pin when I think it was Liv who did the roll up pin.
I don't know if I remember that one.
Um, keep talking. I'm gonna look it up. I think it was Liv.
Yeah. I think I want to say the next woman to come out after Bianca was Alexa. But I can't remember, but I didn't think the first woman out though of the Elimination Chamber for women's was Bayley, which I didn't really care too much for Bayley myself, so I was kind of happy to see her go out right away.
Cringy Bayley.
Yeah, I was happy to see her go out.
Yeah, I don't want her. I'm good with her not winning right now.
Yeah, and then I think we had Roxanne rolled up. Roxanne rolled up Alexa Bliss. That was payback for Friday, or from not Friday, but yeah, Friday. And then I think Liv got Roxanne, and then the night ended with Bianca and Liv. And I thought Liv was gonna be the one to win. It looked like she was really good. She had she hit the code breaker on Bianca. She was gonna do the old rope a dope. And that ended up badly for her. Bianca caught her and ended up slamming her, rolling her up, and ended up taking the win and becoming the
Oh, it was Bianca. She did the roll up pin and continue on. We're back. We had a technical difficulty on my end. Sorry.
Yeah, so yeah, the Bianca ended up taking the win for the women's. Which, like I said, now we have a weird hodgepodge now of Bianca, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky. I told my wife this too. I was like, it's a very hodgepodge group of women that are going for the title now against Rhea. And I feel like, in my mind, I know the Liv and Rhea story's over with, but I feel like with everything that happened with Naomi, Jade, and Bianca, that it should have been more of let Bianca go off, figure out what the hell's going on with Jade and all them, and let somebody else go for the title. But this also will help build on to WrestleMania with the mindset that's going to put Bianca in. All the stories going to lead up to WrestleMania with Bianca, Naomi, and Jade.
Yeah.
So, there's a story there. It's going to probably be good. It's just a weird hodgepodge of women going for the title, in my mind at least.
Okay, again, Easter eggs. You're still going to call me crazy for still thinking this, but I still think Bianca was still somewhat surprised or did something with it.
And I seen something on social media too that's saying that when Jade had come out, Naomi kept looking back at
yes,
Bianca.
Yes.
So I don't know if you want to call it an Easter egg or a hint. I know you've been saying too that what if it's both of them? I've been saying it's Naomi.
Because there's been hints before the way that Bianca would look around sometimes when they bring it up. She would like moving her eyes around like back and forth, like I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a story we're gonna have to wait to see how it unfolds now.
Long-term storybook telling or whatever, long-term storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a picture. I got a ways before we get to the part, but I'll remember to say something about it. And then what was the next match?
Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton versus Nia and Candice.
I didn't really care for that one.
This wasn't a very long match. It was an okay match. I know it was kind of a big deal for Trish because she said that this will be the first time that her kids will be able to see her perform live.
Yeah.
So I know it was a big moment for her. I know there wasn't a whole lot of hype when she came out. When she did her entrance. I know there wasn't a whole lot of hype for her, especially when she's doing, throwing up the finger up in the air during in the ring. When Tiffany came out, she had a lot more people yelling her name, saying Tiffy time. She had a lot more backing. And then, with Nia and Candice, I mean, I could care less.
I hope they don't do it to where Tiffy versus Trish again, or not again. They do it later down the line after, if she drops the title, Charlotte, or not drop it.
Mm.
I really don't want to see that.
See Trish and Tiffany going to each other.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know there's still a story with Tiffany and Naomi. I know it's probably going to be for a while, just like it was for Rhea and Liv. But
Now,
yeah, no, that.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, no, you go ahead.
No, I was going to talk about the next match, but go ahead.
I was going to say that Tiffany and Trish were the ones that won the match.
Yeah. But I know, I tell you what, though. This next match was probably the best unsanctioned match I've ever seen in a long time.
I wanted to see blood, and I didn't get blood.
But
I wanted to see
good.
somebody get cut open.
It was still pretty damn good. You gotta admit that. That's at least an A.
It was a damn good match, though, but I want to see somebody get fucking cut open. I want to see like some fucking ECW TNA shit.
I thought he got fucking cut open when he hit the head on the barbed wire chair.
And that's the thing too. They brought back the barbed wire.
Yes.
Everyone is saying that WWE is bringing back the barbed wire.
I think they're getting a little bit more edgier. And can we talk about Orton return too, and how he almost did the fucking punt kick?
That would have been epic if he did, though.
Oh man.
I mean,
this whole pay-per-view brought me back so much.
It was good. It was it was damn good. Like these two guys, I know it was a long match, and they were playing the part of being bruised, battered, and tired, and disoriented. They did that so fucking well. I fucking hated that Kevin Owens is still winning, but I know it's happening to keep the story going with Kevin's fucking sadistic side.
Right.
I'm really interested to see. I think Adam Pearce was saying that
WWE is not responsible for any of their injuries.
Not responsible though, but I see some on Twitter that there's going to be a big announcement at tomorrow's Monday Night Raw event. I feel like it's going to be about Sami Zayn.
Oof.
And Kevin Owens. And I'm really interested to see how this will affect Sami's career going forward. Because Sami's the one that won this match.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how this all unfolds now with Sami. If Sami's going to be taking a suspension, if Sami's going to be taking a break for a little bit now, just kind of like what Randy Orton did. I mean, a lot of possibilities for Sami, really.
Because we know Kevin Owens is going to start going against Randy.
Oh yeah, Randy's coming back for blood against Kevin.
Yeah.
And I just want to say too, Randy Orton, his time off, he lost a good amount of weight because he's looking like the prime Randy Orton we used to know.
Yeah, Crazy Orton.
Crazy Orton. It seems like, like I said, he came out. His legs are fucking ginormous. You can tell his fucking belly has slimmed down. Like, we're getting prime Randy Orton back and how he used to look. And I'm here for it. I am. I'm ready to see the crazy Randy Orton again.
I would give that match an A.
Yeah. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, there was a lot of tables that were destroyed yesterday.
Four
Yeah.
tables.
So now we go on to the men's elimination chamber. This is probably this is where it's going to get interesting. And, for this kind of pay-per-view, you can't really have a lot of matches. Because, the women's elimination.
You need more time for like
the big
the
two
main events.
cage matches, yes.
Yep.
So we had Rollins, McIntyre, they began, and then Priest, Paul, Cena, and then Punk. The announcers were too happy to see fucking Paul. I never understood that.
Well, Toronto wasn't, because Canada said, fuck you, Logan Paul.
Rollins had a hilarious outfit picked out. The Visionary being cheered by Punk as he beats up McIntyre was hilarious.
Getting his fucking hands, his head slammed against fucking
CM
Punk's cage. Harder.
Yeah, Priest got a big pop when he boxed Paul's ears. Punk and Cena hitting a heart attack on Rollins was a fun moment.
And Logan Paul going from the top of the cage or from the top of the cells that they stayed in, and frog leaping onto Damian Priest. You could definitely tell that Damian felt that one.
Yep. Oh man.
We had the team up with Cena and John Cena and CM Punk against Seth. I think he said the Heartbreaker, was it?
The heart attack. The Hart family.
Yep. We had CM Punk and John Cena hugging it out before they kind of started their initial match.
Yeah, I thought
before they went against Seth.
That part right there took me back to the back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what a time that was, I tell you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was a great match. Everyone did well. I give that a B+.
I'm gonna give an A, just because at the very end when CM Punk did the pinfall on Seth Rollins, the camera kind of strayed away because we didn't see Seth Rollins, but then we did see that the cage was still open. Mm-hmm. And I never noticed it though, but I noticed a bit though. I was like, okay, why is the cage still open? I was like, oh, okay, Seth Rollins probably still making his way out of the cage. But no, John Cena had him on the tight ropes, his head sticking out, and Seth came over, gave him a big old fucking stomp, and that's when John Cena took the initiative and pinfalled CM Punk.
And you hear him say, sorry.
Yeah, you hear him say sorry, or not the pinfall, but submission.
The SDF.
Yeah.
SCFU.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, there was another big part in there. I was just thought of it. Now I don't remember it. Oh, what was it? Oh,
probably when fucking McIntyre got fucking rolled up. A little sneaky roll up.
Yeah. Did you see the Damian Priest rolled up on him?
Mm-hmm.
I watched that like 5 times. His shoulders were up, so that would have been a 3. Weren't they? Were they not?
What, for when Damian Priest rolled up Drew McIntyre?
Yeah, that was 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Drew. Yeah,
so that
Damian Priest pinned Drew.
That must have been. So that was an actual elimination.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre got eliminated by Damian Priest.
Okay, because I thought I heard Michael Cole say like, that was not elimination, and I'll tell you why. What?
No, Drew McIntyre got rolled up, and he was trying to. They were. I think Pat McAfee had made a comment saying that now who are you gonna blame now? Drew McIntyre. What are you gonna cry about now? You got nobody to blame but yourself.
So anyway, John Cena wins the match. Cody Rhodes comes out. We got to do the final word, whatever, final boss. Now, I got to take the glasses off for this one. Man.
I know. Like this one fucking bit.
I loved it. Okay,
hated it.
It has been 15 damn years in the making. For a heel turn for a certain somebody. Yes, I kind of agree with you on where he's at in his career, but younger Kale loves it because you don't know how long I've been waiting to see some kind of heel turn. I always thought John Cena was great as a heel. I thought he was well. We only got Sal John as a heel like once. Because why? Because at the time Vince McMahon had him as poster boy. But
Because
now,
John Cena is all about hustle, loyalty, and respect.
see, I know John Cena as Dr. Thugonomics. Will he bring that back? Probably not. But I want to see a new version. A new version of John. Corporate Cena.
But this isn't the time for a new John, though. This is his last fucking run.
So?
Like, why can't we just stick to the old John Cena? The guy that we all know and love. The baby-faced, respectful, loyal.
I guarantee he'll have a different theme song, too.
I don't know, man.
This is their version of the NWO right here.
Yeah.
This is their version of Hulk Hogan joining NWO. That's all it is. And I'm for it.
I'm not for it.
Each their own. I mean,
I know, but the thing is, though, like, if, with John Cena, this being John Cena's last run,
I mean,
personally, I wouldn't want to.
That's how they played Hulk Hogan. It was gonna be like, oh yeah, I don't got much time left, blah blah blah. But look how long he lasted. He lasted till about 2005, and when they did that, it was like WCW in the 90s.
Yeah, but he says he doesn't have much time left, though. John Cena's like, this will be my last WrestleMania.
Oh, John has time. He's just he's more in the movie stars, and I get why Rock would pick him because, okay, look at the story here. We haven't seen something unpredictable in a long time, right? So we'll do that. And two former full-time guys who are now movie stars who left the business. Maybe they're trying to see it like the business, I don't know. I would love to see Cody Rhodes heel, but the way I see it too, Yoshi, and you might see it this way after I say this or might not, and that's whatever. If you're doing well in the WWE if the company turns John Cena well or heel. You're doing something right, and they respect you as their champion, as their top guy. They're willing to do that for you.
But why can't they just stick to, if he's doing well, why turn him heel in his last run? Because
I'm talking about Cody, though. I'm talking about Cody.
With Cody, though.
They're doing it for Cody.
But see, Cody's in turn heel, though.
I know, but I'm saying they see Cody as this top guy, and they're willing to do whatever they want for him to make his, for his championship run. No one's ever got something like that. Ever. No one. So what I'm trying to say is, this is me, Triple H, telling you, Cody, hey, man, I think what we're going to do is we're going to turn John Cena heel for you because we see you as a top guy and we're willing to work that with you kind of thing. And yes, I agree with you in a sense. Why would they do it 1 year that, he has left? But I also see their side of it.
Well, it's
just story time. It's just storytelling, right?
It's storytelling, though, I see what you're saying, though, because John Cena says he always does what's best for the company. He's always been a company man, so I get it, too, that, like, if they think that, if they're telling John Cena that this is best for the company, then John Cena will do it.
Yep.
But me, personally, I don't want my last run, my final run, to be me turning heel, because that's all everyone's going to remember me as now, is the guy who sold his soul to win a championship.
Personally, I could see John. He's not that old. He's old, but he's not like that old. Like pushing in his late 50s, right? Middle age 50, whereas he's like Undertaker. I'm gonna come back in and keep wrestling for like a match or something, right? So John will always come back. I have a feeling John will always come back. He'll do a Royal Rumble appearances. He might do one match. It's like Goldberg. Okay, look at Goldberg. Goldberg is however old he is. He's over 50. And if the money is right, Goldberg will do it. Which Goldberg, his last match is coming up soon anyway.
Let's see, John don't need the money though.
No,
John don't need
John
don't need the money. John don't need the fame.
And some people miss the business, like Undertaker. Undertaker loves his business. I don't know. I mean, you can look at it a lot of ways. But I'm just want to go on record and say I'm 100% with it. As long as they don't book it very dumb, I'm cool with it.
I'm not for it.
Just let it play out. Just see how it goes.
I just don't like it where it's going so far.
Why?
Just don't.
I'm going to fight you on this.
I think they should have just kept John as his hustle, loyalty, respect. Kept him as a good guy, the baby faced. Showing respect towards Cody, towards wrestlers, not doing it for.
Just think though. What if they drop the title at WrestleMania to him? Then guess what? He beats Ric Flair's record.
In a bad way, though.
But hey, it's the character of I'm desperate, so I'm willing to do whatever.
And like I said, I don't want to be remembered as that. I'm gonna do in the quotes of Dave Bautista is I want to go out on my own terms. So I want to go out how I want to go out. I don't want to do like I said, I know John's a company man, but I want to go out on my own terms. I don't want to go out because the company wants me to do this. And I know it built hype, but I feel like if it's my last year, I want to go out the way that I want to do it, not the way the company wants to do it because they're throwing fucking money at me.
See, I just saw a picture, and I don't think this will happen, but someone put on one of my wrestling pages I now have on Facebook, the tag team we deserve to see happen this year after last night's main events. Past versus present. Rock versus Cena, Cody versus Roman. I don't think that's going to happen.
Roman's coming back, though.
Yeah.
I think Roman's coming back, I think, this next week. Or he's going to make an appearance, at least.
You know what? You know what John did? He didn't let alone did he make a wish last night, he also broke a wish. Now he's a break a wish guy.
I don't know. All I'm saying is, though, if John Cena is going to do this fucking whole heel bullshit, he better be making more appearances than just that fucking pay-per-view event.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, too. And I agree with that. And I think he will. I mean, it's Monday tomorrow, so we're going to see something.
I said, if he's going to do this, he better just not show up for pay-per-view events. He better show up more.
Yeah, because he's going to have to. He's going to have to do promos and everything because he is the challenger for that title at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but look at The Rock. He only fucking shows up on certain occasions. You hardly ever see him.
Yeah. So. I don't know. I guess, again, I'm going to say it again, is I'm interested to see how this plays out.
Yeah, see how it unfolds, I suppose.
And how'd you feel about Travis Scott being there?
Travis Scott fucking gave Cody Rhodes a wallop of fucking hit on the side of the head.
Yeah, I don't think that was planned.
No, I don't think anybody told Travis. Someone posted on social media that they said, I don't think no one told Travis Scott that pro wrestling is fake.
You know, it's funny. R-Truth put on Twitter last night. He's like, I think I might crash out. And then Brandy is Cody's wife. She said, John Cena sucks. And he replied, we can't jump to conclusions.
Fucking, like I said, you can't hate on R-Truth.
Nah.
How'd you feel about the whole so when the whole thing went down with Cody Rhodes and Rock and John and Travis Scott, they kept rolling for another like 10 or 15 minutes, or not, maybe even longer, after the whole event. And we've seen like Michael Cole come behind the announcer table. We've seen Pat McAfee and Wade. They all came out to help Cody out. I mean, Cody didn't say nothing. Cody got up with his belt, with his ripped clothes, and he pretty much they just kept rolling the cameras the whole time that Cody was getting escorted out. And I was almost hoping to see Cody say something or something happening in that time, but they just kept rolling from Cody stumbling out of the ring, being escorted by Michael, Wade, and Pat all the way down the entrance to all the way down the entrance. I mean, I was at that point, I thought they were gonna do something, say something, but they just kept rolling, and that was it. And then they went fucking dark.
I think I think they're just trying to play it as like, oh yeah, this really if like shocked him and everything, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
No, I that's what I figured too. They're trying to like build more of a anticipation for it.
Yeah, like he's making it seem like, yo, what the fuck just happened, you know?
Yeah.
I think if there's anything else I was gonna say about it. I mean, this right here, this right here alone, will will be remembered for over 20 years or more.
Yeah, this will go down in history.
And I actually watched some of Triple H's press conference and I liked it.
I guess I didn't really watch a whole lot of the after. I watched with like with Big Easy and them.
He made some good points. He talked about why people think what he thinks about when people say like, "Oh, these PLEs should be two nights instead of WrestleMania." I agree with him because that's a lot of fucking shit. And he said he made a point. It just gets stale at that point. You do it every time, every PLE, it just gets stale. It's the same shit. Where you do it once and you do something like John Cena, then it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I thought this was a pretty good episode.
Yeah, no, it was like I said, I feel like Saturday was kind of like the main event, the main point I want to talk about. I know these last couple weeks, wrestling hasn't been too crazy.
No, we're getting close to WrestleMania.
Yeah, so I do feel like it was nice having the Elimination Chamber and having all the excitement, all the new.
I'm sure we're going to see a lot more now.
Yeah, that now this coming Monday and Friday, going forward towards WrestleMania, I feel like these episodes, these weeks are going to be a lot more entertaining, and there's going to be a lot more going on.
Because when is WrestleMania? I know it's in April.
Mm-hmm.
April 11th to the 12th. Are we watching it together?
We should probably. I mean, I don't know if we do like a watch party though, but we'll have to see. Like I said, that's in April. We're still.
Yeah, that's a month away.
Yeah, a month away. So we still need to figure out our work schedules and our personal schedules for if we can.
Oh, that'd be a Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
I'll
have to see. Might have to even get all the guys together for it.
Where are we gonna watch it at?
In your projector.
No.
Who knows? We can figure that out later.
We'll come to your house. How about that?
Bah. I don't have enough seating.
Well, anyway, what I could do too is I could set up the camera and like we can get like live reactions or something. I don't know. I thought of that.
Yeah. Either or. We'll talk about it later on.
All right. This has been the episode. Have a good day.
Deuces.